The UK affords you certain opportunities, right? None of those places can compare to Ghana. This angle, you're not thinking about this. I'm not trying to sell you a fantasy. I don't want to get to an age and feel like I haven't lived life. People come here, go on the internet and pretend to have a lifestyle that they don't actually have. Ghana's amazing for creating. There's nothing that's particularly special about me. If I was to sit here and tell you the things that I have been through this year, the things that I'm still facing this year, right? We would sit here and we will cry together. Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, today's video, I want to talk about why America and UK can never compare to Ghana. Okay. Right, before I get into today's video, I want to tell you all about Lemfi. Lemfi is a great app for changing money and being able to send money back home to family and friends. Okay, I use them all the time. They are great. They are safe, secure, and convenient to use. And literally, you can send money within minutes. Zero hassle, no transfer fees, and they have some amazing cashback offers at the moment. So if you are trying to find a way to send money back home, then definitely I would suggest you download the Lemfi app and use that to send money back home to your family and friends. Okay, right, back to today's video. Right, so I know some of you are wondering, why do you say that America and UK cannot compare to Ghana? I say that for many reasons. Now, obviously, you know, all of you know that, I was born and raised in the UK. I have Ghanaian heritage, but I was born and raised in the UK. I spent most of my life in the UK, pretty much all my life in the UK. And, recently I have been in and out of the States as well, which has also been a bit of an experience. Now, the reason for me saying that those countries specifically don't compare to Ghana is because of my personal experience. Now, I will say this, let me start with the UK, right? Because that's where my experience is focused. Having lived and been raised in the UK for so long, I know the UK so very, very well. And the UK affords you certain opportunities, right? It gives you access to certain things. It definitely opens doors for you, right? And I can never, never, never knock the UK for that, because it has allowed me to be able to do certain things that if I was to have been raised in Ghana would have been difficult for me to do, right? Even let's just say little things like being able to go to the States, right? I can just decide to wake up, just get myself a nesta and I can go to the States, right? But if I was born and raised here, it would be more difficult for me to do because, there's a visa application process, the chances, there's all that, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to say, the controversy around it, right? So the UK definitely affords certain privileges. Now, my experience of going to the States, I would say that the States feels like a bigger version of the UK to me. This is my personal experience here. You don't have to agree with it. But it feels like a bigger version of the UK to me. And while there is a lot of hype around it, and again, there are a lot of great opportunities there. I'm not knocking the States. There are great opportunities there, great things you can do and all of that. Honestly speaking, when it comes to wealth building and being able to create something for yourself and being able to really live a full life, none of those places can compare to Ghana. The lifestyle which I can have in Ghana, and I'm not just necessarily talking about because the cost of living is a lot lower, right? I'm not even just talking about that. Anyway, that's even debatable, but we'll leave that. Okay, that's debatable. But the way that my life has been enriched by being able to be here is completely unmatched to any of those other Western countries. It just cannot compare. Now, I feel like if you were very, very wealthy, if you had access to a lot of funds in the West, then perhaps you'd have some level of what I'm talking about in Ghana. And even what I'm saying in Ghana is not necessarily a financial thing, okay? Because I'm not rich here. I'm okay, but I'm not rich here, okay? But I can still feel a fulfillment of life, right? Like I can create with my hands. When I'm in Ghana, I think about the things that I can do, right? I think about what kind of hustle I can go into. I think about my opportunities that I have, doors that can open for me, right? Even my network of people that I know, the things that I can potentially do just because of how I have those networks. Those networks are not as easily accessible to me in the West. And the kind of lifestyle that I can live here is just so awesome. Now, the reason that I decided to do this video is because I was in the States recently, right? And this year, my partner wasn't able to come. He wasn't able to come to Ghana, right? And so we have been communicating, and it just feels so weird. It's like, he can do certain things in America, right, that can be fun because it's that season, right? Because, right, we're in the festive season, right? So so that's what I'm specifically talking about, the festive season. So he can do certain things where it's like, okay, he has a bit of fun here and there, you know, he can go out, do events or whatever, right? Meet people, meet friends, meet up, all of that. But for the most part, there are still a lot of restrictions there, right? First of all, his access to people depends on if they've been allowed to have the time off work. And even if they've been allowed to have the time off work, they're still always thinking about, I've got to go to work the next day. So it's almost like his access to fun is limited. Even when I was there, right, and we would go places together, the access to fun is very limited. So sometimes what you see, what glitters is not always gold. So it's like, even I found that when it comes to going out, when it's cold, it's like you don't even want to go out. You don't feel it as much. But when I'm here in Ghana, literally, I get messages and people are like, oh, do you want to go here? Do you want to go here? And I'll be like, okay. And I don't necessarily consider that, oh, well, you know, I've got work tomorrow, because of the kind of lifestyle that I live here, right? First of all, I pretty much work for myself. Most of the things I do, the way that I earn money, is through the things that I do for myself. So I can decide whether I will or I won't, or, okay, I can go, but it's okay because I can sleep in, I can wake up whatever time that I want to wake up. It affords me certain things. Now, although those things may not necessarily be monetary, right? The lifestyle that it affords me is just amazing. Like, seeing the contrast of the two lives that we have, the life that he lives over there and the life that I live here, I'm just like, I can get up and do things. I can decide right now, after I finish filming this video, I can decide that, you know what, I'm gonna go to the beach. I can do that, or I can say, I'm gonna go check out this event. I mean, it's December right now, and so there's tons of things happening. Like, I can't even keep up. I cannot keep up because there is just so many things happening on the ground that I can't be at everything because I'm tired. I'm tired. I literally said the other day that I'm so tired that my phone is not even recognizing Face ID at the moment because I'm so tired. It refuses to recognize my face. I'm like, what is happening? I need to go to sleep. But it's been amazing. And this season, like, the people that I've met has just been so amazing. Like, my life feels so enriched, and I can't compare that to when I was in the UK. Honestly speaking, I can't. I just can't. There's a richness to life. And again, I always have to say this because someone will always come into the comment section and say, oh, but you know, you're speaking from one point of view, you're only speaking from this angle, you're not thinking about this. I'm not trying to sell you a fantasy. When I talk about Ghana, I'm not trying to say your fantasy. I'm trying to let you know what Ghana's really like on the ground. Ghana is amazing. It is not without its troubles, as you know if you watched all my videos. It is not without its troubles and its hardships and its frustrations and all that good stuff, right? Well, not good stuff, all that stuff. But it definitely gives you quality of life, okay? Even this period, this month of December, where I have actually communicated with people who have, you know, just flown into town for December, or, you know, I've had conversations, and most of the conversations that I've had have been like, I just want to move back. I really want to move back. I want to see, you know, what I can do to be able to move back. And I've been having those conversations with people. You know, I recently spoke to someone who she lived here for a time. She had to go back, and she's here on holiday, and she wants to know she wants to see how she can stay because, like, her heart is just yearning for Ghana. She's not even Ghanaian. And so that just tells you the pull that Ghana has on people right now. It's like it just does something to you, the quality of life. Like, for me, I don't want to get to an age and feel like I haven't lived life. For me, that is like one of the most scariest things. You know how they say that when people are on their deathbed, they have certain regrets? I don't want to have that kind of regret where I feel like I haven't lived a full life. I feel like I don't want to be a slave, so to speak, to a system. Right, and I feel like the West is very much about systems and working with those systems within those lines where I'm not a person that's not where my happiness is going to come from. I know that works for some people. I'm not knocking that. If a 9 to 5 works for you and you like those, you know, living within those confinements, that's great. But for someone like me, I can't. And a lot of the people that I know find it very difficult to work within those kind of systems. And so it's hard for them to remain. And so people want to move back. They want to move back to the continent, whether it's Ghana or it's a different African country. A lot of people are feeling that pull right now where they just want to live this lifestyle, especially as social media has opened up to a lot of us now, right? We're seeing things, we're seeing what's happening. Although some of it is fake, let's be honest here, right? Some of it is just social media and that is not people's real lives. Listen, people come here, go on the internet and pretend to have a lifestyle that they don't actually have. And it is fake. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people that are living real lives, that are hustling here and are trying to make things happen. You know, I'm talking about those people that are real people, so to speak. They are coming to Ghana, they are moving to Ghana, and they are having a fullness of life. And that is what I'm talking about. That is what the West cannot match. That is what America cannot compete with. That is what the UK cannot compete with. And they will never be able to compete with the freedom of lifestyle that Ghana affords you. And I can't. The reason I just wanted to do this video today, because I just want you guys to understand the love that you can have for Ghana when you're here. It's amazing. I don't know how else to explain it to you. It's just absolutely amazing. And Ghana will force you to find something to do. It brings out the best qualities within you. I've said it before, like, I'm a different person from who I was in the UK. I've developed so much, and I can only credit that to being in Ghana. And some of the challenges that I faced have made me like this. And also just access to seeing certain things and be able to experience certain things and meeting certain people have allowed me to become this version of myself, which is definitely a better version of myself. You know, I get my Airbnbs, like, have been amazing for me. You know, being able to do my brand, Nutifafa by Dela, has been amazing for me. I never would have thought about doing something like that in the UK, but here I am. I'm doing it, you know. Running my blog. My blog was birthed because, you know, I went through a time of hardship and I was just like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? My blog was birthed from there. And so, although not everything has become easy to me, right? I have been able to have access to certain things. How could I have a home? Do you know what I'm saying? That's like a big deal. Sometimes I forget. I remember that I was speaking to someone a while ago, right? And they said to me, do you know what? I was complaining. I was like, oh, gosh, like, I don't have the money that I would like to have, right? I'm still working on that. I don't have the money that I would like to have access to, right? And they were like, you don't realize how rich you are. You own a home that you have no mortgage on. And I was like, I sat down afterwards and I was like, you know what? Although my house is not finished and it's not exactly how I want it yet, I'm like, you know what? How many people have that? How many people have that luxury? Did you even have that luxury when you were in the UK? I didn't have that. I still had a mortgage that I was sweating to pay every single month, that I have to look for money for. I have to make sure that I'm in the system and that, you know, money's coming in so I can be able to prepare and pay those bills. It's like I don't have those same pressures here. And like, that's why I say the West cannot match those things. I'm never going to knock the West. I'm not knocking the West because, as I said, it has put me in a certain position that has given me the lifestyle that I have access to right now. So I can't knock it. But I just love what I can have in Ghana. I love my freedom to be able to say, okay, well, I'm going to travel to here, I'm going to travel to there, I'm going to do this and do that. And that is amazing. That really, like, I don't know, I guess this video for me is like a gratitude video almost, because although I'm explaining to you why the West can never compete with Ghana, I'm also doing this video because I'm so grateful to what I have right now. And that's just how I feel right now. And so I'm just coming on camera to share that. So I'm just very, very grateful for the things I've had, the things I've been able to do, you know, the book that I've written. I have some other things, you know, I've actually made a journal as well that I haven't even released yet. You know, like, I've been doing things and I have things in the pipeline that I just haven't even released yet. And so I just love the fact that I can create. Like, Ghana's amazing for creating. And I just love that so much. And I always say that there's nothing that's particularly special about me. I mean, I'm special. But there's nothing that's more special about me that you cannot also do. If I just feel like if I can do certain things, I'm a single mom, right? 4 kids, and I'm doing it alone, like literally alone. There really is nothing to stop you from chasing your dreams and being able to achieve the things that you want to do. And I'm not saying that it's an easy road to take. It is an easy thing to do, because I definitely have my struggles. Believe me, I have my battle. If I was to sit here and tell you the things that I have been through this year, the things that I'm still facing this year, right? We would sit here and we will cry together. We will be in floods of tears together. You have no idea. Like, just those things. I know you think that I put my whole life on camera. I actually don't, right? There are things that have happened that you guys don't know about that will bring you to tears, but I just don't speak about them. So I'm saying that life is not easy. So sometimes when you see some of us content creators on camera like this and you feel like we're having a great time, it's easy. It's not always easy. But even in that not being easy, we are still grateful that we have opportunities and access to things, and it's just wonderful. But anyway, on that note, I'm going to remind you guys that I have 2 one-bedroom Airbnbs that are available for rent for long-term or short-term stay. If you're moving to Ghana and you really are looking for a soft landing, you want somewhere that is nice and safe, and convenient, access to local amenities and all of that stuff, then definitely reach out. My Airbnbs are available. Also, my Fafa by Dela has been going really, really well. I have been busy mixing and doing all kinds of things. And so the process is going on. That's one of the reasons I'm so tired. It's not from partying, I promise. It's from literally making up batches and batches of shea butter. So if you are interested in skincare, you've been looking for something to really moisturize your skin, something that's really good for you, my products are handmade, locally sourced ingredients. Reach out to me, Fafa by Dela, and I will set you up with some shea butter, which is great for the skin. That's all I use. That's all I have been using since I've come to Ghana. For those of you that have been watching me for the longest time, you'll know that I have been mixing for years now, and I continue to mix, and I feel like I have now found my perfect, what's the word? What am I looking for? I found the perfect formula. There you go, my perfect formula. And so Fafa by Dela, my shea butter creams are available for sale. So if you would like to purchase some, I have some available here and I have some in the States as well. So just hit me up. Same email address, dela@mortaldela.com. Okay, also, if you would like to do a one-to-one consultation with me, I'm also available for those. Again, same email address, reach out to me and we can set something up, guys. That is the end of today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed feeling grateful and all of that good stuff. So let me know if you are thinking about moving to Ghana and really you don't know where to start. Really do hit me up. Honestly, I do have a heart for people and I know what it's like to feel stuck and want to move here and not really know how to quite do that. So if you want to know more about that, definitely reach out. I am here and I am available. Okay. Anyway, again, that's the end of today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, I would love it so much if you would do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Don't forget to also like, comment, and share this video. Until next time, I am out. Nutifafa.